it's pouring down rain. So I slip, and I do a couple flips, and then I end up at the bottom. Hey y'all, it's Megalex, and I go on vacation in 2 days. Tomorrow I will be doing a vlog, starting the vlogs early because you're going to see all the last minute stuff that we'll be doing. And so don't forget to tune in tomorrow and see that, and don't forget to watch this weekend to see my vlogs. I don't know yet if I'll be able to upload them at night after everything happens, or if I'll have to wait and you'll see it starting on Saturday. It really depends on how everything goes down. And so before you start watching, don't forget to hit that like button, and don't forget to tell your friends about my vlogs that are gonna. So anyway, I've spent the last couple hours, probably like 3 hours, getting splinters out of the bottom of my feet. Probably like 16 splinters, but that's my own fault. My sister has a dog who's a pit bull lab mix named Willow, and she's adorable, and she's a really good listener. She usually doesn't have to go out on a leash, especially not in the rain. So I had my dog Zoe, who's a dachshund, on a leash, and I was walking her, and then Willow was just kind of like standing in the garage. She didn't want to go out in the rain. She didn't have her collar on either. Anyway, my dog uses the bathroom, and we're about to go back inside when my dog starts barking, and I didn't see it, but there was a deer standing right there, probably like 200 feet away from my dog, and she just started barking. Willow, noticing this deer, jumps and runs as fast as she can towards this deer. This deer runs off into the woods that are in our backyard. Willow follows it as fast as possible. Then there's a golf course in our backyard. The deer runs right across the golf course into these other woods that go way, way, way back into our neighborhood to who knows where, like. And the deer goes in there, and so does Willow. So I've like never done before, and it's so high-pitched. So then my sister comes running downstairs and outside, and I wasn't there. I just, like, left the garage, and I ran up and down the sidewalk, and I was like, this can't be happening, this can't be happening, because she didn't have her collar on, so she didn't have her little tag. She was in the woods. She's not going to know her way back. Like, we were all pretty much freaking out. And so I'm running up and down the sidewalk. Because so our house, so imagine a house. On this side of the road is like, it goes down to the cul-de-sac. On this side of the road, it's a bunch of woods that are a part of our yard. And then there's like a patch of like bushes and thorns and other weird plants I've never seen before. And then it goes to other people's houses. And so I'm running up and down the sidewalk because when I go towards the woods that are on the side of our house, I can see the woods that she ran into, like where she ran into them. Obviously not all the way back, because it goes on for like miles and miles. And so I was just watching, and I was listening for movement, but I couldn't hear anything, and she wasn't barking, which was surprising. So we're all screaming Willow. Me and my sister are crying. My dad's on the golf cart searching the golf course to see if he could see her. My neighbor thought there was something wrong with me and came running out, and then we told him about the dog, and so he was helping us look too. And at this point, we're all like so upset. Lindsay, my older sister, is running around, screaming for Willow, crying. I'm running up and down the sidewalk, just crying. This is in the rain, by the way. It's like pouring down rain. I'm still in my pajamas. So I have on like a nightgown and some stretchy sleep pants, and I'm barefoot. And my sister and my dad were like ready for work and about to leave for work. And so we're all running around like crazy looking for this dog. And at this point, I'm just like, you just have to listen for her. And so I'm standing in front of my house at this point, and I hear a yip. Nobody else seemed to have heard it. They were all like on the other side of the house, I guess, but I heard this yip and I knew it was Willow. So I ran as fast as I could, and then I see the deer. I know that it's the same deer because then I see Willow, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna wring that dog's neck. But at the moment I was so relieved to see she was okay. She wasn't injured. She had yipped, so I thought maybe she was hurt and that's why she had stopped. But luckily this deer, by the grace of God, came back to our house and was just standing in our yard, and it was like Willow was taking a break. So I was standing on the sidewalk and I was looking down at where she was, because there's this big drop off. So it's like a hill that goes like this, and then this is a bunch of like bushes and weird things, and there's like trees and limbs over here. So Willow's standing like at the bottom of that, kind of, but like not really in it, just kind of like next to it. So like, without thinking, because in this situation you're just thinking you gotta get that dog before she starts running after that deer again. Because the deer's still standing there, the stupid deer still standing there. So I just like did a little leap and I like landed on the hill. So I landed here, but it's pouring down rain. So I slip and I do a couple flips, and then I end up at the bottom, and Willow comes to like check on me because she's like, oh, I know you. And so Willow comes over there, I wrap my arms around her neck, and then she just kind of lays down in my lap. I'm just crying my eyeballs out, I'm bawling. So I was like, I've got her, and I was just bawling my eyes out, and I was like, Mom, Dad, Lindsay, I got her. And so then my dad comes on the golf cart and he helps me get up the hill, and I was carrying Willow up the hill. She was soaking wet, I was soaking wet, and my feet were all scraped up, and I didn't know that I had splinters on the bottom of my feet. My feet were just hurting so much when I was walking on them, but I didn't think, oh, it's splinters. So I found those today. Great. This happened yesterday, by the way. But anyway, we got her inside, we gave her a bath, and looking back on it, I noticed that I should have just called her name and made her walk up the hill. I will talk to you guys again tomorrow.